Yo, Kin Folk and Skin Folk, what it do? Newbies, y'all not in the wrong place. Y'all in the perfectly right spot. And for the returning lifers, y'all already know what this is. It's the Life Be Lifing podcast. We are hosted by none other than the vivacious, the electric, the eclectic, sometimes eccentric, the wise, the witty, squishy gangster herself, Mimi, the goddess. I know y'all don't see her currently right here. We having some slight technical difficulties, but she's still a part of the program, so she's still gonna get her intro. You feel me? And we have a special guest with us in the building tonight. We have the lovely Miss Tya Moore.
Hi.
Yeah. And these two lovely young ladies are flanked by none other than your favorite freckle fat man, your favorite coach, the big dog himself, and the birthday boy. Yeah.
Happy
Splash
birthday.
Charles. Building. You know what I mean? Happy 42 to me, what it's do. Um,
Jackie Robinson
we
is
gonna
here.
get. Woo! There we go. There we go. I
I'm
could have did it no
42.
better than that. Yeah.
Mm.
So you already know it.
Yeah, I mean,
You
I'll be
already
43,
know
but
it.
I made a big deal about turning 42. I had a Jackie Robinson jersey and everything.
That's fine. That's fine. I should have thought of that. Ooh, I might still do it because I celebrate my birthday from when it hit all the way to the end of the
It's
month.
me too.
So I
September.
might
Whole
still
month of
do that.
September.
I might still do that for
Yeah,
real.
you can.
Um, absolutely. Um, so until Mimi joins us, we gonna get going. Miss Moore, the reason we have called you here tonight is to speak about the topic of self-care. I saw you on the Good Brother Hype. That's international hype for y'all. HYMPE. Hype, not hype. He is not geeked up. Look him up on IG. Look him up on YouTube. Tell him Coach sent you. You feel me? We saw the lovely young lady over there, and she was discussing self-care. As I was saying to a couple of people prior, self care and self love is two concepts that I feel like people be posting in their hashtags when they doing these extreme things. But it's like for certain people, it feels like it's unattainable. But after having heard her speak on his podcast, on the How to Hustle podcast with Hank, um, it sounded way more practical and something that we could all do. So I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna let her go ahead and explain it better than I can because I need to work on it myself. Miss Moore, talk to us about what self care is and what self care is BAE means.
All right. Well, I'm a proclaimed self-care advocate. I advocate for self-care all day, every day. I have a 6-week journal workbook called Self-Care is Bay before anything else. The reason why I call it Bay is before anything else, but also because Bay is a term that applies to men and women, just like self-care. So a lot of times men are like, "Oh, self-care is for women. It's not for men." Because when people envision self-care, they envision going to the spa, getting your nails done, getting your hair done. Self-care is anything that you do that does not involve you doing something for somebody else. So the reason why I say before anything else is because you wake up in the morning while you washing your face or brushing your teeth, you might play your favorite song for 5 minutes, or while you getting dressed, you might play, watch your favorite TV show. That is practicing self care before you do anything for anybody else. So it really is that simple. It doesn't matter how much time you practice the self care, but the purpose of it is for you to put yourself first. Doesn't mean everybody else is last, because a lot of people are like, oh, I got kids, I don't have time. I can't go do that before my kids. No, before they even get up in the morning, you get up a little earlier, do something for yourself.
I love that. And I appreciate you calling us men out. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you calling us men out on misunderstanding what self care is supposed to
Mm-hmm.
be because while I didn't think it was necessarily, petties and manis and all that, um I can honestly say I didn't have a clear understanding of what it is because, like I said, when it's projected, it seems like somebody always doing something. You know what I'm saying? Not something so common like how you said, just getting up playing music for yourself or doing something for simply yourself. It's just like, oh, well, this is the trip to here, self care, spa day, self care. bought myself new this and that, self care. And it's like, all right, well, what can I do for self care? Like, that I could just do when I don't have, the time. Or for some people, if we being honest, their resources is not like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, well, then, damn, what that person who ain't got the money for all that going to do? But they need self care too.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate you calling us out on that, because when we wrong, we wrong. I could, I don't always speak for all men, but that's something that I could definitely say a lot of us men have twisted up as far as self care. A lot of us are just now learning to um participate in it, like with intention.
Yeah, a lot of men have
Because we
adopted
talking
this.
supposed to put everybody else ahead of us.
Right.
So
A lot of men have adopted this mindset that, their mental health doesn't matter or nobody cares about them practicing self care. They don't vent to people, all those things. But as I always tell people, and some of the men who have actually used the workbook have said that they've gotten better with practicing their self care. And besides that, like I usually put a post up on Sunday and say, all right, self care Sunday, what y'all doing for self care? And the amount of men that started commenting, saying what they were doing for self care is like, oh wow. You know what I mean? It's like y'all are getting it. And I say, if your man is practicing self care, he's gonna be able to lead your family better because he's taking care of himself.
mm,
You know what I mean? He's keeping this mental health intact. Because what people don't realize is if you don't keep your mental health intact, you can't do anything. And then people, it's addiction or they looking for outside, sources to help them out with that. So it's very important. Everything starts with practicing self care. And most women don't have a problem with practicing self care at all because almost everything we do is self care: hair, nails, feet, eyebrow, all that kind of going to brunch with girls and all that stuff. But a lot of men just work, 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 take care of the family, go home, do it again. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely, I always say my biggest flex is that I taught a lot of men about self care.
I'm teaching another one right now. Um, Mish, I know self care is a big thing for you. What does self care look like for you, Mimi?
So for me, I usually take every Friday because I started doing a flex schedule at work. So in the government, maxi flex means you can do as many hours a day, as long as you get your 40 hours done in a week. So typically, because I, I hit my 40 hours by Thursday, I take Friday, and that's like my self care day. So I have one thing that I try to do at least every week. So it might be I get a massage one Friday, then the next Friday I'm going to get a facial because deal with acne and skincare issues. I always have since high school. The next Friday it might be I catch up with a friend and hang out. The next Friday I might go shopping. The next Friday I might sleep all day. It just depends. I find something to do with my Friday and make sure I incorporate that into my daily routine as well with me working out. I definitely try to hit therapy at least once a month. She's trying to move me to like every other month now. I'm not happy about that, but progress, I guess. So definitely making sure I tap in with my therapist at least once a month. And here lately, self care for me has been telling a lot of people no. No, I'm not available. No, I don't have the money to do it. No, I don't feel like doing it. No, I'm not interested in watching your kids. No, I'm not skipping the gym. No, I'm not skipping boxing. Yeah, it's just really self care is about putting me first at this point, doing what benefits me and making sure I'm not depleted. So, what they say, you can't pour from an empty cup. So, that's self care for me.
I like that you had said about putting you first, because off the air, Miss Moore and I was having that conversation about uh, the BAE acronym, and especially when she speaks of it in self care before anything else, before anyone else. So yeah, seeing that you do that to make sure to put yourself ahead of other people,
Yeah.
and as she said, it's not putting everybody last. That's what men need to understand,
Yeah.
because we get accused of being selfish so much and not caring so much that we don't know how to prioritize ourselves. in a healthy way a lot of times, right?
Right.
And a lot of times it comes out in an unhealthy manner, in an unhealthy fashion.
Yeah.
Whether it's, a fit of attitude or, kind of isolating ourselves and, not being able to communicate, hey, yo, before you give me everything when I walk through this door, give me 5 to 10 minutes to decompress.
Right.
I'm coming in from everything else. The world outside is trying to get me. So before whatever it is we got going on in the home, if it's not a life death situation, give me 5, 10 minutes. Like I realize even that is
Right.
self care because you know what I'm saying. As she said, it allows me to be able to take care of home because now I've done what I needed to take care of myself. Because when you're not
Right.
whole, it's really gonna show up at some point in the midst of you doing for other people.
Yeah, it is.
It's inevitable.
For sure.
You said, Ms. Ty, you said that you have a post about self care Sundays. Where can the good people find said post?
Oh no, yeah, on my Facebook. Like for my Facebook friends, I always put a post up on Sunday. Um, that says what's
Okay.
on your self care agenda for today,
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
people
Cool.
will
Cool. Cool.
comment whatever they're doing for self care that day.
What sparked you to start doing the post every Sunday for, self-care Sundays?
Say that one more time.
I said, what sparked you to want to do like weekly self-care posts to kind of, put people on to making sure that they're prioritizing self-care for
Um,
themselves?
I just realized how important it was for myself, and then like I said, I came out with the journal, Self Care BAE. So I
Mm,
just feel like the more I said it, I noticed more and more people, more and more men were commenting that they were practicing self care. So I kept doing it. I'm like, all right, it's making a
yeah.
difference, and then they're letting me know that it's making a difference. Their week is going better. They feel more well rested. They're spending more time with their kids. You know what I mean? So I saw the benefits of it, so that's why I kept doing it.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a lot of people are just kind of catching on to self care.
Mhm.
I guess for me, I've been practicing self care for a very long time,
Mhm.
just not necessarily calling it self care.
Right.
Uh, but yeah, it wasn't until recently that I kind of embraced the whole term self care because it was pretty much I stopped canceling certain things in the realm of the repetition I had in going to my esthetician and going to get a massage and making my way to the gym. Now it's just like, hey, like you said, that's before anything. Like I'm
Mhm.
not like I that comes before anybody at this point. I'm
Right.
like, look, I mean, and it also for me, self care is not putting myself in situations where I know certain things are going to trigger me. So,
Right. Right.
there was a situation where I was supposed to go up to my basketball protege's game, and she was like, "Oh, so and so is going to ride," and I was like, "You know what? That sounds like a packed car. I'm claustrophobic and I don't feel like driving, so I'm not driving my truck. And I don't know if I really have the capacity to deal with that up and back." And then we were bringing, my protege home. And then lo and behold, I made the right decision. I went with my gut. That was that intuition, not real. I was like, yeah, I don't know if that's going to be a good idea for me because some tell me, yeah, this ain't going to shake out the way we want. She ended up having her friend ride home. Her mom has a Camry. And I'm like, no, I drive a whole suburban. Like I'm a little 5'1". Like, nah, it's about 4, 5 of us in it. No, thank you. Plus her luggage and the other girl's luggage. Nah. So it's like now I really tell myself if it don't feel right, I'm not fucking with it. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to engage. I'm not going to indulge. I'm just going to sidestep it because ultimately I don't want to be in a bad mood or have a bad attitude because that's not self care for me. So
Nope. That's the opposite.
yeah. So
Yeah, saying no is definitely self care. Let me rephrase. Saying no without guilt is self care. Because
there
if you
you
feel
go.
guilty about saying no, that's not self care.
And I definitely used to have a lot of like guilt and remorse if I
Mhm.
would tell people no. And Nari can attest to the fact that I would be like, let me see what I can do to make it happen. And then I would overextend myself and have a whole attitude about it. Be mad at the world. Like, sweetheart, you put yourself in that predicament. You're the reason why you feel over like stimulated, why you feel used and abused, why you feel underappreciated, because you knew from the jump you should have evaluated the value of your no and weighed the ability of your yes. And 9 times out of 10, you don't have the ability or the capacity to say yes to everything for a number of reasons. I mean, I had a stint at one point where I was just irritated by everything just because, certain situations in my life just wasn't looking the way I wanted them to look. So that was being taken out on other people. So also self-care for me is when I know I have an attitude, I'm gonna stay out the way because I am a very mean person when I am agitated and irritated. When I'm sick, like self-care for me is staying out of everybody's way because I since college I have known I am a mega bitch when I'm sick, like for real. So it's just like I make sure I got everything I need. I stay in my room. This is when I finally watch TV because I don't watch a lot of TV. So I catch up on stuff that I'm missing and just sleep. And I'm nicknamed the napster. So self care for me also is taking tour snaps.
Oh
Is I
yeah,
like to call them
I
because
take naps every day.
I'm like, yeah, I'd be like, I'll take this quick 30-minute nap 3 hours later. I'm like, yeah, but that felt good. And I don't have no qualms. Self care for me also looks like I pay somebody to come clean my house because I have a thing about my house being in order. I have OCD. Yeah, my spouse don't live like that. He's like, I'm cool with shit being out of order. I'm not. So we're gonna go ahead and pay somebody because I'm not skipping the gym to clean up. I gotta cook, clean, go to work and work out. Nah, something gotta give. So I found somebody that comes and cleans my house every week for me. It's just taking things off my plate has also been a big self-care, for me, self-care thing for me. So
I get you. I pay somebody to wash my clothes every 2
listen,
weeks.
he just told me today, I can wash your clothes, right? I said, don't tempt me. He was like, I'm dead serious. He was like, you have like the top tier package. He was like, I can be here for 5 hours. I said, okay, start next week. You're going to start washing my towels and linens. Easy peasy. Like, there we go. That's one less thing I got to worry about
Oh, it's a
somebody
guy.
else
It's a
doing.
guy that cleans your house.
It's a bail. Yes. Every time I say that, people be like,
Yeah,
but
No. I just was asking. Mm-mm.
look, now really like,
I did.
yeah.
I
Well,
did.
I mean,
We ain't got to work that. It is what it is. It is what it is.
I
he
You know
mean,
what I'm
does
I
an
know a
saying?
guy
excellent
that,
job.
Doing
yeah.
your part.
Very, very, and it's like, again, that's less the stress for me because he does a great job. I don't have to go behind him. He stay out my way. I stay out his way. He come knock on my office door, ask questions, and I'm just like, that's great because again, I don't want to have to tell nobody how to clean my house.
Mm-mm.
What am I paying you for? So yeah, surprisingly, I was kind of shocked that he worked out because found him through Dazzling Cleaning or whatever they call it now. I think they changed the name. And the first person that was cleaning for me, she was stealing my liquor. And I was like,
Yeah,
sweetheart, you
she
didn't have
talked
to steal
about
it.
that on the episode. I forget which one
Yeah.
actually, but
Yeah, I can't remember which
that
one it
was back
was.
in the
But
day.
yeah, I was like, you could have just asked for it, baby. So when he showed up, I was like, look, the last person from Dazzling Cleaning was stealing from me. He was like, I have a whole system. He was like, I will come to your house under Dazzling Cleaning 2 times. He was like, if you want to keep booking me, you have to book me through my business after that. So I was like, oh, Shawty's smart. This how he grabbing customers. So when he told me what his price was, I said, that's your price to come to my house every week and clean this entire house for a max of 5 hours? Shawty signed me up for the monthly. And since July of last year, he's been cleaning my house. Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yep.
So,
My husband don't be organized. His space, super organized now. Anxiety, self-care for me. I don't have to worry about that. I'm just like, now it's her because he's in the basement a lot. So I'm like,
That's
this
great.
can't be it. Yeah. So I
ugh.
just found little things that put me at ease.
Mm-hmm.
That helps for me to, feel like, okay, I can focus on other self-care areas for myself.
And I guess I'll just mention something for myself that I do because as we mentioned, men don't do it enough. So just as an example,
I don't.
especially after having seen Ty on Hank's episode. So there's a couple of things. I copied off her joint about her example of playing a song. So yeah, I'll just go ahead and run something right quick. Actually,
Okay.
what's gonna be my self care song is gonna sound crazy, but it's Freeways What We Do. I always get amped off that song, no matter who plays it, no matter where it's played. So that's going to specifically be my joint in the morning. You know what I mean? We still hustle till the sun
Nice.
come up, crack a 40 when the sun go down. You feel me? So
Yeah.
that's what
Well,
it would
mine
be.
is Dreams and Nightmares, so you know that's type is
You
over.
already
That's
know the
that's
Philly
my get
anthems.
hype gym song right there. So
The Philly anthems right there.
the Philly
Um,
anthem.
before we go, Miss Moore, please tell people, you said that you're this self-care advocate. So let people know where they can come soak up this game from you outside of this episode and the episode with Hank. Let them know where they can find you.
Um, my Instagram is Just Tya Brand LLC, JUSTTYA BRAND LLC. Yeah, I'm mainly on Instagram, so yeah.
Most people are either Instagram or TikTok these days.
And my book is A Fresh Cup of Tea, No Sugar. That's about the healing process and correlation to making a cup of tea. You can do it as many times as you need to. And then
Mm.
the journal is Self Care's BAE before anything else. It's a 6-week workbook journal that at the end of it you should be able to determine what keeps you from practicing self care and what you need to work on as far as making sure you practice self care every single day, at least for a couple
Oh,
minutes.
I
great
like that.
tools.
I
I
like
like
that.
that. Yeah.
I like that. Is there anything you want to give to the audience in closing?
Um, just put yourself first and don't feel guilty about it because that's the opposite of self care. A lot of people be like, well, I feel
Yeah.
bad. And it's like, no, the people in your life will benefit from you practicing self care. And putting yourself first does not mean everybody else is last. It could be your one and somebody else is 1A. You know what I'm saying? But just make sure you're number
Yeah.
one.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we appreciate your time, your patience, your energy,
Of
and your
course, of
info,
course,
man.
of course.
You have great energy as a person that I've gleaned, like I
Thank
said,
you.
from
So do you
having met you
guys.
in person.
Thank you.
Um, Briefly at the PodCon. Shout out to Wallow in the PodCon. Um,
I kind of did the damn thing. Like this is
you sure
about the
did.
fourth connection that didn't happen because of PodCon. Like it's
Hey,
wow.
master classes like that be doing a big one for people and networking, I think.
They
For
need to have
sure.
another one. So,
They got to. They should do it every year.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
I
they
wish
do it.
I
because
could
passes are
contact
sold
them.
out. I figured they would have done another one by now because I sent Nah and Reg the link and I went to sign up and it was like
Oh
out
no,
of
for the
here.
master class, there's another one coming. For the master class, there's another one coming. But I was speaking on the PodCon. I'm hoping that he at
No,
least do
that's
it
what I was
in.
talking about with Wallow,
Oh, okay.
right?
Yeah, you did
Yeah, I
send
went
it.
to
You're right.
I
You did
sent it to
send it to
y'all and
Bridget.
I went to sign up. As soon as
True.
I sent it to y'all, no go. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
But that speaks to how
I wish I could get in touch
and
with them and let them know how many connections been made just off of going there. But
it's
you
funny.
know,
Hold on, my florist got a little line with him, so let me see if I can make that connection. I'm kind of like the resource queen, so I'll see if I can make
yeah,
that connection. So
that would be dope.
yeah,
That
she
I
would
took
be.
think I
flowers to
think
him or
it would be
something.
nice for them to know, that people
The
actually did
impact,
get something out of it. You know what I'm saying? They may even want
yeah,
to hear the stories so that they can
Yeah,
do it
good
again.
point.
So
yeah. The
That's a good
impact
point.
for that
yeah,
It's a really
seemingly
good
was
point.
pretty great.
I didn't even think
Yeah,
about that.
I told him
yeah.
I'm retired. I retired in 2022, but they keep asking me to come on these shows and speak.
Hey, listen,
Like I
I
run a
took
podcast and do
uh,
the social media management for it, and they always want me to come on there. I'm like, I am retired. I have to literally say no, but I don't ever mind
listen.
talking about self care. So it's fine.
Yeah, it's funny because I like attended a podcast masterclass last night,
Mm.
and
Oh,
it went
hey.
a lot longer than I thought. It was the 7 figure podcast
Mm.
masterclass, and the first thing out the gate they said was, aside from make sure you have content and stuff, is when you're called to speak, you don't necessarily have to have a podcast, but if you are called to speak and you have something to say, whenever you have the opportunity to take it and get on that platform and speak your piece, say what you guys say, like put that information out there for the world. So you getting asked for a reason.
And
Absolutely.
I also just started a T-shirt line because I'm known for having quotes all
I
the
love
time. I'm
t-shirts.
known from wearing shirts with quotes on it. So I was like, I should have my own. So I partnered with
Yeah.
somebody It's called Author Tees. The T is in quotes. So
Okay. We
yeah.
have to put that info link in
Yeah.
the
When we post this
description.
episode, we definitely gonna have to put all that
Mm-hmm.
in there. So
Yep,
Mhm.
definitely
yep.
send me the link for that once we get off air.
I got
But we
you.
ain't gonna hold you no further. I truly appreciate you. Once again, shout out to Hype for throwing the oop, putting us together, and shout out to Wallow for letting us even connect at that PodCon. On behalf of my brother A.C.E, that's who he always be. On behalf of the sponsor, Quiche with the Cakes, also the owner of. Sorry, went blank real fast.
It's
The
that
owner
birthday
of.
brain you got going on over there. You done had too much fun today for the
Yeah,
Little
happy
birthday.
stiffy. I did a little
birthday
stiffy.
Yeah.
I
again.
did a
I
little
hope you
stiffy.
practice self-care today for your birthday.
For sure, for sure, for sure. That's my
Nice.
holiday. We ain't
Hiding
gonna
on
do
your
that.
birthday? Okay, I see.
Yeah. Listen, you got I'm taking care of myself, but I also gotta grind. You know what I mean? I gotta make it happen when it can happen. I never know if you was gonna be free if I pushed it off to the next week. So I gotta take advantage of when I can get it.
Oh, we'll have time.
But
See, I like
I
that.
I, I remember that when I gotta bother you again. Um, on behalf of
It's
Keish with
not
the
a
cake,
bother. I enjoyed it. I always like talking about
awesome,
self. I feel
awesome.
like
Oh,
it's that
thank you.
important.
It
It is
is. It
very
is. It
important.
absolutely
Very
is.
important.
It absolutely is. Um, Once again, shout out to the owner of Simply the Shade Catering and Second Line Express co-owner Keish with the Cakes. On behalf of Miss Tya Moore, self self care advocate Miss Tya Moore. Check out on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? And with the Author Tees line, we gonna definitely
Yep.
promote that. We're gonna definitely support that. And on
Thank
behalf of Mimi, the goddess, aka Big Mish, and on behalf of your favorite coach's favorite coach, as I always say, be smart, be respectful, be safe, and stay dangerous. Be kind to as many people as you possibly can. I know some people make it impossible, and that is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But most importantly, every single day, take that time to be kind to yourselves. We appreciate you guys. We love y'all. Uh, Feel free to show love for the birthday whenever you see this. However you gonna show love, even if it's through showing love to the podcast, I take it. All right. Y'all stay safe out there. Y'all stay good. We love y'all.
Yeah.
We about though.